The Delhi High Court has hit out at the centre after the oxygen crisis issue is yet to be resolved. Delhi High Court told centre if it is unable to resolve the matter, it should hand over distribution of oxygen tankers to the IIT or to IIM, as they will do a better job of management than the centre. After the centre called deaths in Delhi rhetoric, the Delhi High Court condemned the statement, saying, "You may be blind, the court isn't." Delhi projected an oxygen requirement of 976 metric tons. The centre has allocated 490 metric tons to the national capital, revised that allocation to 590 metric tons as of now, but Delhi says we are not getting all that is allocated to us. The situation at this point of time is so grim that even the army hospital is making own arrangements to get oxygen at this point of time. I quickly want to cut across to India Today's Nalini Sharma joining us for more on the story. Nalini, take us through details of the centre's submission, the Delhi government submission and the court's observation. Also tell us, what's the solution? Is the court going to come up with a solution to this crisis?
Well, Gaurav, as things stand today, there is one detailed order from the Supreme Court and multiple orders from the High Court that have asked the centre to ensure that Delhi government not only gets its allocated supply, which is of 490 metric tons, which has now been increased to over 500, but it gets its demand, the projected demand that has been made by the Delhi government. Despite these multiple orders, centre is still not supplying the required oxygen to Delhi, and that is essentially why the High Court today asked them what is the reason behind this. So for that, the centre has said that the compliance report will be filed not only before the Supreme Court, but also before the High Court today, giving the details of exactly why this amount of oxygen is not being supplied to Delhi. Secondly, what the Delhi government has stated before the High Court is that not only is there surplus oxygen available in the country, but there are also surplus oxygen tankers available according to what the current demand across states is. So keeping that in mind, the management of these oxygen tankers is not being done properly, which is essentially why a lot of states are still struggling for oxygen. So in regard to that, the High Court has asked the centre to give details in their compliance report of exactly how much oxygen is being transported via which all tankers to which states, and then the matter is going to be heard further. Regarding the army deployment, the centre told and assured the High Court that the matter is being looked at the very highest level, and a decision will be taken very soon on as to whether or not the Indian Army needs to be deployed in the national capital to help out with the overburdening of cases for the national hospitals.
Keep tracking that story, Nalini. I will come back to you for more.